Hello everyone. In today's session, we will see how to read data from a properties file in Selenium Automation Testing or from any framework. Okay. Before we start, first we need to understand why properties file is required in framework. Okay. So basically, when we are developing any framework, okay, we have some static data. Okay, like we have a dev URL or QA URL or UAT URL or different production environment. Okay, and every environment have a different URLs. Okay, so that is called the static data. Okay, and the static data we are stored in key and value format. Okay, and when we are defining a properties file, okay, the extension should be dot properties file only. Okay, so what I will do, I am going to log into Eclipse. Okay, so this is a my simple maven project, and under this main Java, I just created a config package. Inside that one, we are going to create a properties file. Okay, so just simply we'll say config data dot properties. Okay, we are going to save it. So here you can see the extension should be properties only, and the data, like whatever the value we are giving, it should be in key value format. Okay, suppose in framework we are using different browser. Okay, so our framework we are executing on Chrome or Edge. Then here just simply say browser is equal to Chrome. Okay, then we'll say URL QA URL, okay, is equal to, this is my QA URL dot com. Okay, and for this QRL my username is equal to admin, password is equal to admin. Okay, so this is my static data, and this the data remains same throughout the application or throughout the all the test scripts execution. Okay, and here I am going to create another package. Okay, okay, test config will put it, and I am going to call that test config. Okay, so read config data. I'm going to give the name, class name read config data. Okay, so here you can see just importing the extension, the package. Okay, so here you can see that a properties file is located at this location. First we need to create an object of file class. Okay, so it's always good practice when all the codes we are writing in exception handling, that means within a try and catch block. Okay, so what I will do, I am going to create an object of file, file prop new file. Okay, I am giving the path. Okay, system dot get property user dot dir, and will give the remaining path, copy. Okay, so through system dot dir we are getting the path till here. Okay, other will just copy to read the properties file. Okay, then next I am going to create a object of file input stream. File input stream prop is equal to new file input stream. We need to give the file object. Okay, And then we need to create an object of properties. Okay, properties config data is equal to new properties. Okay. Here we have created the object of properties, and then we'll just load the data. Property dot load input stream. Okay, and yeah, once we loaded the data properties file, we can easily read the data. Okay, so what I will do, system.out.println, I'm going to print in console. Okay, so we'll just call the object property data dot get property, and here we need to give the key name. So here, like for example, I want to print the browser. Okay, and then later in Selenium script, okay, what are the values coming, we are storing in string variable, we'll compare it, and the respective browser will open. So for demo's purpose, I just printing the values here. Okay, so what I will do, I'm going to execute it. Okay, we'll see, it should print the browser Chrome. Okay, here you can see console, we'll see. Okay, here you can see Chrome. Okay, like similar way, like if you want to print others value, get property. Okay, here just mention browser name. Okay, then we'll mention QA URL. Okay, we need to mention QA URL. Okay, so respect to QA URL will print it. Okay, we need to append it. Similar way, we'll add the username. Username, password. Okay, and we need to do the key name here. Okay, if in case, again, key name is a case sensitive. If you, in case by mistake if you give the small n, okay, it will return a null. Okay, so we need to make sure that whenever values you are giving or you are extracting the properties data, the key should be in the same format. Okay, so now here you can see, now I am going to execute. Okay, so when we are developing a framework, okay, we'll store this value, we'll compare it, and after that we'll take a further action. So here you can see all the things came. Okay, browser Chrome. Okay, then QA URL, user name and password, admin. Okay, we'll store this value in some variable and we'll use in our framework. Okay, same way, if I change the username or password of the URL. Okay, suppose if I want to execute the same script in different URL, okay, I will simply come here, I will change it. Okay, and suppose this is my production environment or ERT environment, production URL. Okay, and I will use the production URL here only. Okay, and password is admin123 and password is 123. I'm going to save it, and this time I want to execute script on Edge browser. So I will simply come here. Now I'm going to execute it. Okay, now here you can see QA URL, it's coming null because if you see here, okay, our browser is same, I have not changed, username and password is same, but key, I have changed the key, right? QA URL. Okay, so key should be same. Here key did not match it, that is going to showing null, so I will put it production URL. Okay, and I will mention production now, production URL. Now I am going to execute it. Now it will not return null value, it will return correct URL name. Okay, here you can see what are the updated value, it's appeared here. Okay, so this way we can use properties file in our framework. Okay, if in case you have any questions or query, please let me know. Thank you.